Los Angeles, which is United States, California, and we took a trip to some American Samoa, Hawaii, Kauai, Fatuhiva, Moorea. I think I'm not sure about Fatuhiva, but anyways, a lot of the stuff I'm gonna let the music, the natural sounds play. So because I was in the on the ship, I wanted to do this trip on my own hull, but this ship was going that way, and I thought it's a lot more comfortable. So I thought, you know what, I'll just take a cruise ship to the South Pacific. I'm getting up there in age, and I want to enjoy some of my trips, and it's just as fun. So this is what this is all about. So a lot of this stuff, you'll see it. There won't be much talking over it. They're just kind of the sounds of what you hear in a cruise ship, people eating, stuff like that. Hope it doesn't drive you nuts. So I haven't posted for a while. I've been trying to edit these things, but for whatever reason, my phone hasn't been working that good for editing. It does weird stuff because I do all this editing on my iPhone. But anyways, here goes something, and there'll be some more stuff coming up. I'll be posting several of these in the next couple of weeks to catch you guys up. And a big new news about Sweet Pea at the end of this, after this series is over, I got to tell you about Sweet Pea, which has been revamped and rechanged, and you'll be all excited about that.
But you're on vacation. Supposed to be cheat week. I mean cheat month. Yeah.
There's one of the markers. Here's the other one. To the right of the channel. Here's a local museum of the Hawaiian life hundreds of years ago. These are hunting and cooking tools. This is what their huts used to look like. These are photographs, and some of them are recreations. Again, there's another angle of the hut. Some more pictures of other huts you can see here. Kind of how the villages used to look, things of that nature. And let's see what else we got going here. There's leaving for Honolulu. So here's the local anchorages again as we're leaving, heading off to Hawaii. So that kind of shows you where all the visitors kind of visit and park their boats when they come by. That's what that's all about. All right, so there's the ship out there, Jeff, right there. We're walking along this big hazy highway, just chilling. Construction, city, noise. No, there's nothing here for us. So here we are arriving in American Samoa. These are the local boats that guide you in. In a little bit, you'll see a big welcoming committee. They have their little dances and stuff like that. This, by the way, if you're wondering what this was a 5-week cruise ship, which is a long cruise. It was a lot of fun. If you guys have never been on a long cruise, it gives you a lot of time to relax, hang out. I absolutely loved it. It was long, but it was great, and we've done quite a few cruises. We're going to be doing more. Like I said earlier, I wanted to go to the South Pacific. I never did do it on my boat, but I just did it on a bigger boat with a different chef. Give the regular chef a break. Just kidding. She's going to knock me out here with the rolling pin. But anyways, this is what this is all about. That's the pilot boat comes up alongside, or the guide, or the tugboats that kind of follow the big ship in. And there we are getting to American Samoa. There's the looking back at the way we came in. And to the right there is basically as we're coming in. There's all their ships. Of course, when you get to that part of the world, they have different looking kind of boats. That's what all that's about. So enjoy the show.
Is in Hawaii.
Now, this is museums about American Samoa history, their canoes, their huts, and their lifestyles, how they lived. It was a very neat thing to see. They had a lot of interesting stuff, you know, some old cannons and just the general history. They're very proud people. They love their country, and they're very vocal about it. Very happy people. So that was a great stop on our trip. So in closing on this video, I just want to end up with this little bit of a museum hike here. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna break this into several parts, and so that I could catch up on the videos. We're back in Puerto Peñasco. We're working on another trip, and I'll have those adventures coming up with the new Sweet Pea. However, in the meantime, this was our little, just one of probably 2 or 3 of these videos coming up. I'll be putting up one a week in the next couple weeks. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye bye.